Hello everyone. Now I want to present about word meaning in course pragma semantic. Okay, our theme is Ketut Paula Lita with last student ID number 1017 and me Putu Adnyani with last student ID number 1204. Okay, the table of content is the first is introduction, second is word and grammatical categories, third word and lexical items, fourth problems with pinning downward meaning, and five lexical relation, six the relational relations, and the last is lexical universals. Okay, the first is introduction. In this chapter, we'll discuss about word meaning or lexical semantic, and the meaning of the word is defined in part by its relation with other word and the language. The traditional descriptive aims of lexical semantics have been the first to represent the meaning of each word and the language, and the second to show how the meanings of word and in a language in, are interrelated. And to like a very simple example, if someone says to you like, I saw my mother just now, without any further information that the speaker saw a woman, as we will see, there are a couple ways to of viewing that is to say that this knowledge follow from the relationship between the entered word mother and the related but unspoken word woman, representing links in the vocabulary. Another approach is to claim that the word mother contains a semantic element woman as part of its meaning. And the second is word and grammatical categories. Um, it is clear that grammatical categories like noun, preposition, and etc. Do to define in modern linguistic at the level of syntax and morphology of word must be given difference. Sorry. Um, do relate semantic difference, and like different category of word must be given different semantics description. And to take a few example like names, common nouns, pronouns, and um, what we may call a logical word all show different characteristic of reference and sense. The example from this uh, topic, like the first is names. The example like a Fred Flintstone. Common nouns like dog, banana, and tarantula. The pronouns like I, you, we, them, and the logical word like not, and, or, all, any, like that. Okay, Third is word and lexical items. A lexical item is a single word, a part of a word, or a chain of word or a chatena that form the basic elements of a language, lexicon, or vocabulary. An example are cats, traffic light, take care of, by the way, and it's raining cats and dogs. Uh, Lexical item can be generally understood to convey a single meaning, much such as a lexeme, but are not limited to single word. Lexical item are like sims in that they are natural units, translating between language or in learning a new language. In this last sense, it is sometimes say that language consists of grammaticalized lexis and not a lexicalized grammar. The entire store of lexical items in in a language is called its lexis. Like example is he walks like a dog, he walking like a dog, and he walked like dog.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity given to me. So my name is Paula. So our student ID number 1017. Now I want to explain more about this topic, especially in the problem with the pinning down word meaning. So as every speaker know, if asked the meaning of the particular word, and also different native speaker maybe they feel know about the meaning of that word, but that come up with a somewhat different definition. And other word maybe have only the region feel for that word, and this is the reason why they should have used this clarity checks. And so in this case, the problem with defining downward meaning refers to the process of the accurately determining the intended meaning of the particular word. And also we have a several factors in why the influence the problem with the meaning word meaning. The first one is the context, and also the second one is collocations, and the third one is evolution of the language, and the last one is subjectivity. So we can discuss first about the context. So context, the meaning of the word can vary depending on the context in which it's used. And for example, of how context can influence the meaning of the word is the word pitch, depending on the context in which it is used to pitch. And the word pitch refers to musical tone and also as a substance used in the construction. And for example, the word pitch can use in musical tones, like someone cry when the singer has a great pitch. But the other hand, it is also mean a certain use in the construction when someone say we need to order more pitch for the roof required. So, as we can see in this example, the meaning of the word pitch is determined by the context that we use. However, the context which the word is used can probably close to intended meaning, but it can still ambiguities. And the second one is about the collocation. So, collocation is a tendency of a certain word to occur together with a specific other word or group of the word in the language. So the meaning of the word can be influenced by the word it is typically collocated. And for example, the strong coffee. The adjective strong can collocate with the coffee to describe a type of the coffee that has full and intensive flavor. And it is in this context, the meaning of the strong can influenced by the collocation with the coffee. So in this case, the collocation can create ambiguity or and also complexity in determining the meaning of the word. Okay, the third one is about the evaluation of the language. So the meaning of the word can change over time as a language evolves. For example, the word guy used to river being happy in the past, but now it is commonly used in to refer to homosexuality. And last one, we have talking about the subjectivity. So, the meaning of the word can also be subjective depending on the speaker or the listener's perspective. For example, the word cheap. This word may maybe have a different connotation for the different people. With some perspective in the it is a negative word or and also on the other hand, people also think about the positive about that word. Okay. The next is about a lexical relation. So, lexical relation are the relationships between words and their meaning in the language. And these relationships are established through the use of the word in the context, and they can reflect the way in which words related to each other in the lexicon speaker of the language. So, a lexical relation are used to analyze the meaning of the word based on their relationship with another, with one to another. And also here we have a type of the lexical relations. Here the type of relation there is the first one we can talk about homonymy. So homonymy is the type of lexical relation in which words are spelled or the pronoun the same but have a different meaning. And also, homonymy can be classified into two types. There is homophone and also homograph. So, homophone are that is a refer to words that are pronounced the same but have a different meaning and maybe have a different spelling also. And for example, the word age and age. There is this is a homonymy because as a and also we have another example like pair and peer as you can see in the slide. Okay, and also we have about homograph. Here, homograph refer the word that are spelled the same, but have a different meaning, and also maybe have a different pronoun. And for example, the word tear. This is can mean a drop of liquid from the ice, and can also mean to rip something apart. And in this case, the first tier is pronounced like air, and the second tier is pronounced like tire. Okay, we'll move to another one. And this is polygamy. So, polygamy is a type of the lexical relation in which as a single word has a multiple meaning that are related to each other in the same way. And polygamy will have a several related sense of the meaning that are not necessarily completely distinct from the each other. For example, the word book, can refer to a physical object made up of the bound page, such as a novel or a textbook, and can also refer to the act of the serving something, such as a hotel room or flight, and by making a reservation book. Okay, the next is about the synonymy. So, synonymy is the type of the lexical relation in which two or more words have a similar meaning. In this other word, synonyms are words that can be used interchange can be used in the same context because they can have contain the same or similar meaning. For example, big and large are synonym. This is synonym because they both refer to something that is great size. And also another example, happy and positive. This is a synonym because both of that word refer to positive emotional state. And also, a synonym can be useful for a writer or speaker who want to avoid repetition or to contain it's like two different sides of the meaning. Okay, the last one, we have a antonymy or we can usually call opposite. So, this is a type of the lexical relation in which two words have opposite meaning. In the other words, antonyms are words that express contrary of opposite meaning to each other. For example, the word hot and cold. Uh, that word that is antonymy because they represent opposite temperature. And also another example like light and dark. This is are antonymy because they are represent opposite level of the aluminum. And in this case, the antonymy can be useful for reader and the speaker who want to emphasize a contrast or to express opposing ideas. And they are often used in pairs such as up and down, good and bad, or happy and sad. However, this is not all have a accent and antonymy, and sometimes the opposite of the word can express in the more of the complex way. Okay, I think that's all about this material. The next material can be explained by my partner.
Okay, next is hyponymy. Hyponymy is a relation of inclusion. A hyponymy includes the meaning of a more general word. For example, like dog and cat are hyponyms of animal, sister and mother are hyponyms of woman. The more general terms is called the superordinate or hypernym, alternatively hyperonym. Much of the vocabulary is linked by such a system on inclusion, and the resulting semantics network from the hierarchical taxonomies mentioned above. Next is meronymy, is a term used to describe a part whole relationship between lexical items. Those cover and page are meronyms of book. We can identify this relation by using sentence frames like X is part of Y, or Y has X. As in A, page is part of a book, or A book has page, like that. And the seven is a member collection. This is the relationship between the word for a unit and the usual word for a collection of the units. For the example, like uh, a ship fleet, tree forest, fish shoal, book library, bird flock, ship flock, and worshipper congregations like that. And eight and the last is portion mass. This is the relation between a mass noun and the usual unit of measurement or division. For the example, like a drop of liquid, a grain of salt or sand or wheat, and a sheet or paper, lamp of coal, and strain of fear. That the until a cow noun is added to the mass noun, making the resulting noun pairs presses into a count nominal. Okay, the next is derivational relation. Uh, the this derivational relation is um, a, rather an idealized principle in practice. Lexicographers find it more economical to list many derivatives than to try to define morphological rules with various irregularities and their applications. Okay, this type of derivational relation, uh, the first is causative verb. Causative verb is a verb that is used to show if the subject is not directly responsible for the action that occurs, but someone or something else that performs the action. Like for the example, I had my haircut. Subject I in the sentence does not cut his own hair, but instead makes other people do it. And the second is sorry. And the second is adjunctive nouns. Adjunctive nouns is a word that is derived from another word in denoting an genitive, and the that identifies and defy does that action. For the example, like drive is an again noun format from the verb drive. Usually, drive in the above definition has the strict since attached to it in morphology. That is the derivation takes as an input a lexeme or an abstract unit of morphological analysis and produce a new lexeme.
Okay, now let's continue to next topic that is about the lexical universal. So, lexical universal refer to linguistic features or structure that are found in the most of all human language. And these features are considered universal because they appear to innate to the human language capacity. and they are not specific to any one language or the language family. And this lexical universal help reveal how human language are structured and how they reflect our shared experience and and also cognitive ability. And there are several types of the lexical universal. There is a color term, core vocabulary, and also the last one we have universal lexicon. So the first one is we can talk about the color term. So the color term refer to the set of the word used to describe different color in the language. For example of the color term red and this color term that are used to describe the color that is typically with the color of the wood or fire. And the word red is found in many languages, and also in many countries such as English, Chinese, French, Germany, Mandarin, Russian, in other language also. And according the study by Berlin and also Kai in 1969 about the fact the language variation in the number and also rank of the basic color terms, where the basic color terms in this language have a variation, but most language have a between two and also 11 basic color terms. For example, the basic color terms in the English language, there are 11. This is about the brown, purple, pink, red, orange, bright, black, white, green, yellow, and also blue. And about the next, but the core vocabulary. Okay. According to the studies in 1972, the core vocabulary of the human language consists of the basic concepts that are essential for the communication and also that are used frequently in every speech. The concepts include basic pronoun, for example, like I, you, she, we, and also they. And also we have basic numeral, for example, like one, two, three, until 10 also. And also we have basic prepositions, for example, like in, on, at, and also each other. And also we have basic conjunction like and, but, or, and also we have basic verb like to be, to have, to do, to go, and others. And also we have basic adjectives, for example, like big, small, good, bad, and other. And also the last one, we have basic nouns, for example, like person, things, place, and also time. And next is about the universal lexicon. So this is the last one. So the universal lexicon refer to words that are found in most or all language and also have a similar meaning across the different culture and also society. And some example of the universal lexicon include like basic color, as I explained before, like black, white, red, green, blue, yellow. And also, we have body parts like head, eyes, and also nose, hand, and also foot. And also, we have number like one, two, three, four, five, six, and also each other. And also, we have natural phenomena like sun, moon, star, sky, cold, rain, snow, wind, water, fire, and others about the natural phenomena. So, for the all explanations in this topic about the word meaning, we have uh, to explain some important feature of the word meaning. So, The word meaning is a linguistic feature or the structure that are found in most of all human language. So I think Daryl about the explanation about the word meaning. Thank you for listening.